Hey, welcome back to Vaguely Adults. You got two of your favorite vaguely looking adults here. I'm one of your hosts, Sarana, and
I'm Shirley.
And this week we are diving into the COVID situation.
Again.
What a situation it has been. This is going to be a short one just because, well, I don't know if you listened to the last episode, but I did mention that the last 2 months has been a bit.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not alone here because Omicron, if I'm saying that right, I hope I am, has devastated so many people. I know it's definitely kicked back a lot of people's morals and kind of put a lot of people in a slump because vaccinated, triple vaccinated, boosted people have also, gotten ill, and people are questioning the efficacy of the vaccines.
Yeah.
And that's all to say, the vaccines are still working because it's keeping people out of hospitals opposed to just getting sick and being unvaccinated. So we still very much encourage people to get vaccinated if you can, if it's available to you. But just know that it's not a cure. And
yeah, which really bothers me. Not that it's not a cure, that doesn't bother me because we get vaccines for everything. You get chickenpox vaccines, doesn't mean you can't get chickenpox. You get a flu vaccine, doesn't mean you can't get the flu, but it protects you from dying. It protects you from extreme symptoms. And yes, there are some people that cannot get the vaccine.
Yeah.
But for those people, should the rest of us be getting vaccines to create herd immunity? And the amount of arguments that I've gotten with people the amount of arguments I've gotten into with people. There it goes. English.
Difficult language. Yeah. Forgive us.
It's ridiculous. And one argument that I had with a lady at work wasn't even an argument. It wasn't even intended as an argument. She asked us what we do to protect her. And I started with, our doctors wear masks and they are vaccinated. And then she went off on me about how vaccines don't protect people. There's actually medicines that cure COVID, and COVID is actually not a big deal. And it's ridiculous that people think they are. And then she ended that with, well, I mean, I'm vaccinated, but, which doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There's a variety of vaccines, and each of them have different levels of how effective they are to people. But every individual is different, and each person has their own unique medical history, right? So it's frustrating because I know people in the beginning definitely equated it to, oh, it's just like the flu.
Yeah.
The flu kills thousands of people every year. This is obviously more than a flu. And the fact that we're 3 years in and people have not grasped how severe this is, and the fact that I've lost friends over taking this seriously shows a lot of, well, first of all, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time on people that I shouldn't have because I valued their friendships, and then, their true color showed, and it sucks. But yeah, I've had family members in the last 2 months pass away due to COVID and COVID complications, and hearing the stories of just knowing that it was preventable, and that if certain people didn't go out just because they wanted to go party, just because they wanted to go socialize, I get it. I understand it's very important for us as creatures, as humans, to interact with each other, to have those social connections. But knowing that you're going out to a party, to go drink, to share cups with people, to be in a surrounding with strangers that you don't know, there's no excuse. You're being reckless and you're being stupid, and your actions had severe consequences.
Yeah, it's also, I understand needing to socialize.
Also, I'm so sorry because I dead stared into the camera that entire spiel.
It's funny, you should just slowly zoom in.
Yeah, I'll just edit. So if you're only listening to the audio, please tune into the viewable podcast this time.
But yeah, I totally understand needing to socialize. I mean, I don't understand because I am forced to socialize 5 days a week because of work.
Yeah.
However, I have encountered a lot of people that come into the store and it's their first time leaving their home in months, years. Yeah. They have very limited interactions, and you can tell.
Yeah, it's like in the last episode, I couldn't make small talk. I forgot a topic. Like, I racked my brain, and the only question that came up was, so what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
I didn't even say it. I just left it as is.
It's not even that. Some people, yes, when we first came back, I think it was worse. Some people were very awkward, but they were very understanding because a lot of people were kind of in that same boat. But as time has gone on, we no longer see the awkward people, but now we see the angry people, the annoyed people. They come in and forget that we're also humans. You think I want to be working in the middle of a pandemic this close to you 9 hours a day, 5 days a week? I do not. You think I want to deny you this appointment? You think I want to tell you that you can't do this because you don't have the right things? I do not. I get no pleasure out of it. And the fact that you take out all this frustration and anger out on me and other employees is ridiculous. Like, there was that video,
and also just uncalled for.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, where's the humanity?
It doesn't exist. And that's not even where I was going, because where I was going was, I understand the need to socialize. I hang out with you. I've seen some of my other friends, but I'm not going to parties. I'm not going to crowded clubs. I'm not going to bars. I'm not taking my mask off in the middle of a store because I need you to see my lipstick, or I just can't breathe in this mask. Like, you can breathe. You have nostrils, you can breathe.
That's such a silly excuse.
Yeah, like, that's where I was going. I understand the need to socialize safely. I've gone to eat with friends. I've gone to eat at restaurants. I've gone to the movies, obviously within reason. Like, if I'm in a super packed area, I'm not going to whip off my mask and hope I don't catch COVID.
Yeah, also just stop being angry at people who are still wearing masks.
Doesn't make sense to me. Does not affect you. Why does it bother you that I'm wearing a mask?
But you're out there yelling, "My body, my choice." Understand that you're being dumb. Like, I don't know how else to put that, but you're being dumb if that's what you're yelling, and then yelling at someone to take off their mask.
Which, again, makes no sense to me. But then there's that video of the guy that I was talking about yesterday, where he goes into a smoothie shop and they accidentally put peanut butter in his shake, and he full on throws the shake at these young girls. You know, thankfully he got fired from his job, which he had been in for like the last 27 years or something like that. But it's also like all the racial slurs coming out and all that, which, like, people are angrier than they were before. And it's not regular people.
There's a select group of people who are very vocal about it, and it's like, it just makes them look worse. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've just been like, I don't want to live here anymore. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, I don't even want to live anymore, but like, whoa, buddy, like, reel it back.
I was gonna say that, and I was like, I don't know that I can say that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's fine. As I said, bad mental health days, yeah, it happens. It happens. But I've lost so much faith in humanity. Like, I thought that something like this would have, maybe I was just being too optimistic, but I thought something like this would have definitely had people be like, oh, we're collectively going through a very difficult time. Yeah. Like, maybe I should be more understanding, blah, blah, blah. And don't get me wrong, there are groups of people who are like that. But the others who are angry for the sake of being angry definitely just overshine all of that. And it's unfortunate, for lack of a better word. Because everyone's tired. Everyone's just exhausted having to deal with all the bullshit that everyone's going through, right? I've been unemployed for about a year now. Kind of a lie, because I've done freelance stuff here and there. But job that I've signed a contract for, I don't know how I'm doing my taxes this year. It's going to be a mess. I'm going to pay so much money in taxes, even though I didn't earn anything. Anyways, it's a rant for another time. Which I still barely know how to do my taxes properly. I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping that TurboTax knows what's up.
Yeah, no, I can't trust myself like that. I go all the way to the middle of nowhere, Brooklyn, where there's a small Ecuadorian family. I mean, they're not small, but their company is small.
Yeah.
And I just give them my W-2s and all my other forms, and I'm like, fill my taxes. And they're like, direct deposit or check? And I'm like, direct deposit. And they're like, all right, come back again next year. And I'm like, all right, peace.
Yeah, it's just a mess trying to navigate the world. Trying to navigate the world during a pandemic. It's hard enough as is, just trying to exist, man.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't have, like, that's my summary of this era that we've been in. And now World War III might have,
Vladdy daddy, you know.
Oh, please, no. No. We're not going down that path.
Ooh.
We are not. But, yeah, we just wanted to give you a little update, because, you know, it's already difficult as is, and having to deal with loss on top of it, and not being able to go to the funerals, even if it's, like, close family members, because funerals are happening overseas, and
you can't just pick up on a flight and go anymore.
The world we live in. I'm really crossing my fingers and my toes and all the things like you could possibly cross, because I want this to get better. I want to live my life again. I want to hang out with friends again. I've literally not hung out with anyone aside from her in a year.
Don't sound so excited about that. Aside from her.
trying to be dramatic. Maybe I'll put like slow music behind this and make it a whole thing. But goodness me, dude. And to cope, what do? I drown myself in content. I've watched so much content. I think I've watched like 4 or 5 TV series.
Yeah.
Series
Series
the year.
Apostrophe.
Yeah, since the year started. It's been like just 1 month.
It's also just like I'm so hesitant to do anything. My grandma's birthday is coming up. I was talking to you about this earlier. And don't ask me how old she's turning because a woman never reveals her age.
I also am an awful granddaughter and I don't know my grandparents' ages. So yeah, there's
stole
that.
the words right out of my mouth. I have no idea how old she's. 70 something?
A number.
Yeah, a number. A lady never reveals her age, even to me apparently. But she's turning a certain age, and my cousin wants to throw her. Cause she basically raised my two of my cousins, and so they wanted to throw her like a gala style dinner and invite all the family. And apparently there was a fiasco last year, which I will not get into because I was not involved, so I don't actually know what happened.
It's like hands off, not my.
But also like just on the off case that my family watches this, I don't know what happened, so I will not be revealing secrets or names. But I know that it was a fiasco based on the group chat that I was randomly added to with my cousins, who I've not spoken to in years.
Yeah.
And they were like planning stuff. And so if you keep like, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm glancing at my watch if you're watching the podcast, and it's because the group chat is just going off and my wrist is just like
buzzing.
Yeah. But they're trying to throw her like a gala dinner. And so first the theme was an argument, then the chef was an argument. And I use the term argument loosely. It wasn't an argument. And now they're like, well, how many people are coming on your side? Well, I can't come because I have to fly. I have one cousin who lives in LA. One of them lives between Boston and New York. Others just can't make it because either they already have plans that day or they just can't make it. And so I'm low-key concerned because it's going to be a lot of people. And I do want to go because it's my grandmother. Also, I already said yes. And
I've already said yes. I don't know if I'm going, but like I already,
Yeah, but because my cousin is renting out like the roof of his building, he needs like an accurate head count. So I've already said yes, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Also because I don't want to be that granddaughter that's the only one that doesn't show up for no good reason. I mean, I'm sure I work that day. I'll just end up going after work. And it's also gala style, so that means I will be full decked out at work.
Hell yeah.
Full gown, makeup, hair done. It's gonna be hilarious. And now I need to find a way to accessorize my mask with my outfit, which I will be doing because I will be wearing a mask except for when I'm not eating. Not that I don't trust my family. I love them, but everybody has jobs. Everybody is around their friends, their jobs, their family. On the train, you can get sick from anything. At work, we were taking care of ourselves like crazy, double masked, boosted, double vaxxed, and people were still getting sick. And so it's not through any fault of my coworkers. I will never blame my coworkers because my coworkers are great. Anyway, but yeah, it's just no matter how hard you take care of yourself, if there's always a chance that you could get sick. And it's scary because I don't want to bring it home to my family, like my immediate family. My mom and my sister and my dad are all immunocompromised. And apparently so am I. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we all are. I mean, we're POC. Anyways, yeah, it's... My brother was doing so well. He was going to school because
America
decided that school, the kids need this. Yeah, the kids need it, but you can't just cram them all back into a classroom.
You know what the kids need more? Life, not death.
Yeah. Anyway, so my brother got COVID. I'm just airing all his information right now, but it really just came out of left field. Like we were taking all the precautions necessary. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, we don't know what he's doing when he's out there, but we have trust in him that he's being safe because...
Wow, that conversation could be about a lot of things.
Yeah, we're just going to leave it as is. All of our habits that we've built, like, he's picked them up as well. Yeah. And I've been very vocal about keep your mask on when you're talking to people. We all got vaccinated. He wasn't boosted just because he wasn't in the window yet. Mm-hmm. And I genuinely think that if that window wasn't there yet, or if it was like... Because some of them have 5 months, some of them have 6 months. If he'd gotten his booster, I don't think he would have gotten as sick as he did.
I don't think he would have gotten sick at all. And I will tell you why. I got boosted 2 weeks. Me and my other coworker got boosted 3 of us at work got boosted 2 weeks before it broke out in my store, and we are 3 of the only people that did not get sick. The 2 other ones had just gotten vaccinated. And so one of them just got her second shot and the other one just got his first shot. And so my coworker who was unvaccinated, she got the worst of it.
Yeah.
And so right after she recuperated and got better, she went and got vaccinated. Now her second shot is coming up.
But yeah, that's to say the vaccines work.
Yeah.
Like
I was surrounded by it. Your brother, I had seen you, right when your brother found out. 3 people at where I work, like the store that I'm at all the time, got sick. I went to cover at a different store and 2 people got sick there. And I covered at a different store with 3 other people got sick as well.
Yeah.
And then my father, at his job, people were sick. And I saw him and he was like, hey, like so-and-so tested positive at my job.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. My entire family was able to avoid it. My immediate family that I live with, it was just my brother that had the breakthrough positive case. And
breakthrough.
I mean, it is because
it
is vaccinated, and you know you don't expect it because, anyways, it's still not a cure. I just want to get that through to people. Although everyone watching this knows that for sure. So sorry for just yelling the same things over and over, but yeah, my parents and we all live in a very small apartment, so us not getting it was actually more of a surprise to us. Because we're a Caribbean family, like we share foods and stuff. Like it's very communal in a lot of aspects, right? So to be able to avoid it like that, it's not luck. I was going to say it was luck, but it's because we're triple vaccinated. And, you know, our choices to do so in turn helped us. My brother completely recovered. He's fine. But the thing is, like, we don't know what the effects of long COVID is. And he had it, like, pretty, like, he had it rough. Like, he had a very congested, you know, cough and
that is what I wanted to bring up earlier and I completely forgot. You saw if you're watching this, like my whole face just as the thought was coming through. But earlier today, carpet was being installed where we're staying, and Sarana was like, oh my god, that smell is horrible. And we're sitting right across from each other. I didn't say horrible,
I said high.
Okay, it's high. Whatever.
It was like the smell of the gas station. I like that.
But yeah, but problems. It was
anyways.
As in, like, it was horrible, like
it was
horribly
strong.
concentrated. Yeah. And we were sitting across from each other a little further than this, and I was like, what?
About 2 meters apart, actually.
Whatever.
Because the couches are a little further apart. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like it smells a lot. Like, do you not smell that? It's a strong smell. I was like, I don't smell anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. And it's not the first time that has happened to me at work. There's an oil that we use that I bought. And it's the first time that we use that oil at work, but they didn't have the one that I usually get. So I had to get a generic version. And my coworker was like, Jesus, this oil it works great, but the smell is so strong. And I'm standing right next to him. I think pungent is
the word.
Okay. Fancy word. SAT word. And I was like, what smell? And he's like, do you not smell it? It's so strong. I can smell it from across the store. And I'm standing right in front of it. I'm like, I mean, like the scent, I can tell it has a scent, but it doesn't feel strong.
Yeah.
And so I got COVID when it first came out, when it debuted. You know, I'm not like the other girls. I had it before it was cool.
It was like March of 2020, right?
It was literally March of 2020. Yeah, I got COVID before getting COVID was cool, before the remixes happened. I got the OG COVID. And
oh, goodness.
A lot of it was taste and smell for me. I didn't have congestion or anything like that. It was just taste and smell. For 3 weeks or a month, a little over a month, I couldn't taste anything and I couldn't smell anything. And after that, my taste buds stayed a little bit weird. Not as bad as my sister's. Like, my sister tasted rotting meat or chemicals with a lot of the stuff that she ate, like full sulfur. And she's only now able to drink Coca-Cola, and it's been 2 years, and still it has a little bit of a perfume taste. There's a dish that we eat called ceviche. It's not the same as Mexican ceviche because that's probably what you guys are used to. It's a little bit different than that. But
I love the little disclaimer that
I have to. And I'm Ecuadorian, you know.
Yeah.
I respect the roots. And so it was her favorite dish.
Yeah.
And post getting COVID, she couldn't eat it anymore because it was disgusting. And only recently, we made it again recently. This is now 2 years post having COVID.
Yeah.
And she's slowly starting to taste what it used to taste like, but she still can't eat it because it's too much. But she could before bite into an onion and she couldn't taste jack. But everything else tasted like onions.
I love that for her Shrek life.
And so it was just, it's bizarre. And it's all these long-term things. Like her taste buds are only now coming back 2 years later. My smell is apparently still not all the way there.
Yeah, it's like, it smelled like if you shoved your head into a can of paint thinners. Like, it was strong. And
I could not, like, I could tell that there was a scent there, but it was kind of like if I walked by a store and smelled something.
But also, paint thinners is like...
It's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my sister still has like bad lung issues. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about my stomach issues, and I'm pretty sure it was related to long-term COVID, which, I mean, there's no proof of it, but my doctor literally said a lot of people have had like digestive issues or issues that they have no idea. They came out of nowhere, and we're pretty sure it's related to COVID.
Dude, some people have erectile dysfunction related to COVID too, so it's just like the spectrum of long COVID effects that we have no idea what the extent actually is.
Yeah, some people were even saying that people who got COVID are more likely to get depression or anxiety, or like heightened anxiety or depression, because it affected people's like wiring of their brain, even if they just got a very mild case.
I mean, it's also because it's so heightened, and there's also this weight of anxiety and shame almost. Yeah. If you've been like, I had the big C. Yeah. But not that one, but
I was like, okay. That's this episode, huh? But yeah, it's...
I mean, I did just mention erectile dysfunction.
This is fair. But yeah, it's been a wild ride.
And we're still on this train. When is it gonna end? Maybe it'll go to Busan, and then everyone would just become zombies. Hey.
I'm still waiting for my vaccine mutations, so stay tuned, see if I grow some tentacles. My sister and I are in a race, because she's a Moderna.
Oh, which Pfizer versus
and
Moderna.
I'm a Pfizer girl, so it's literally my mom got her vaccine, and I was like, "Which one did you get?" And she's like, "Shirley, please, I'm a Pfizer girl." And I was like,
"Moderna gang all day, guys."
So we're waiting to see which one of us grows tentacles first. So stay tuned for that.
Anyways, that out of context is going to be a great clip, but we hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, I know it was a bit heavy, but we wanted to touch on it because it's very much still a part of our daily lives. Yeah. So that being said, hope you're staying safe, hope you're staying well, hope you're staying hydrated, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for listening.